You're 9 years old the first time you join a cheer team. It's nothing fancy, just a small gym in your town tucked between the strip mall and the middle school. You sign up after seeing a flyer on the bulletin board at the local grocery store. You're not sure what to expect, but you know you like to move, and you've always been drawn to music and rhythm. The first few practices are more fun than work. You learn how to clap in sync, how to do high V's and low V's, and how to count to 8 over and over again until it becomes second nature. Your parents take turns driving you to practice twice a week. They sit in folding chairs behind the glass window and watch you run around in your too big practice shirt with your ponytail bouncing. You're not the loudest one on the team, you're not the most flexible either. But your coach notices that when you listen, you really listen. You pick up counts fast, you remember choreography, you're focused. Your first competition is held in a high school gym about an hour away. The bleachers are half full, the music is scratchy. You mess up a motion halfway through the routine but recover quickly, and your coach high-fives you afterward. You go home with a shiny medal that costs maybe $2, but you hang it on your bedroom wall like it's an Olympic gold. By the time you turn 11, cheer has become more than an after-school activity. It's something you look forward to all day. You ask your parents to let you go 3 times a week. You start to learn about conditioning, about pushing your body to be stronger. You don't know it yet, but you found something that's going to shape you. Middle school changes things. Cheer isn't just something you do after school anymore. It becomes the center of your schedule. Practice moves to 3 nights a week. Competitions get bigger and much farther. You start hearing terms like deductions, flyer technique, and elite stunt sequence. You start understanding what they mean. Injuries happen, not the dramatic kind that end a season, just the ones that linger, bruises from catching wrong, rolled ankles, fingers jammed between palms and sneakers. You wrap your wrist in athletic tape, you ice your ankle at night while doing homework on the couch. Your parents ask if you're okay, you say you're fine. Because mostly you are. This is just part of it. You try out for your middle school's cheer team and make it. Friday night games become part of the routine. You learn to keep a smile on your face when your team is losing by 20. You learn how to keep energy high when the crowd isn't paying attention. You realize most people don't notice the work it takes to cheer for hours on a cold metal track. But your teammates do, your coach does, and that's enough. Slowly, other parts of your life start to fade. You miss a friend's birthday party because of practice. You leave a school dance early to make it to a team sleepover before a competition. It doesn't feel like a sacrifice at the time. It just feels like choosing what matters. You start to recognize your people, the ones who get it, the ones who know what it means to base for the same flyer for 2 straight years, the ones who ride the bus with you to competitions with nervous energy and glitter everywhere. They become your second family. You're not doing this for a trophy, not yet. You're doing it because you like being part of something bigger than yourself. Because when a stunt hits and the whole team moves like one, it feels like magic. It feels like belonging. By high school, cheer is no longer just something you do. It's something you are. Practices shift to year-round, conditioning in the summer, sidelines in the fall, competition season in the winter, and camps in the spring. You wake up early for weight training. You stretch during lunch. You go straight from school to practice, barely touching your backpack until after dinner. You start traveling more. Competitions move from small school gyms to packed convention centers, Orlando, Nashville, Indianapolis. You wear matching warm-ups and listen to pump-up playlists on the bus. Your team is good. You start placing, you start winning. But the better you get, the higher the expectations. You begin to feel the pressure to nail the stunt on the first try, to smile through pain, to never mess up, even in practice. You start noticing how people talk to you differently, how your coach watches you during full outs, how your teammates look to you before a big routine. You're becoming a leader, whether you feel ready or not. Social life shrinks. You skip the Friday night football game because your team has a showcase the next morning. You miss a school trip to attend a 2-day comp in Georgia. You don't complain, not out loud. But sometimes you wonder what it would feel like to just sleep in on a Saturday. There's no scholarship on the line, no scouts in the crowd, but it doesn't matter. You're chasing something real. That moment when a routine hits, when the last pyramid locks, the music stops, and your whole team knows you nailed it. You don't need a judge to tell you. You feel it in your chest. You start to realize that cheer is shaping how you see yourself. When you hit, you feel unstoppable. When you mess up, you feel like you let everyone down. You carry it home with you. Every wobble, every fall, every compliment, every critique. It's a lot for someone your age, but you handle it because that's what you do. You smile, you tighten your ponytail, you pick up your flyer again, and somewhere in all of it, you start to believe, this is who I am. Senior year comes fast. You're a captain now. You lead warm-ups, help set the tone in practice, and talk through routines like a second coach. You've been through the drills, the injuries, the nerves. You've learned how to read your team, when to push and when to lift someone up. You've become the kind of cheerleader you used to look up to. But your body feels it now. You don't bounce back the way you used to. You stretch more. You take longer to warm up. One day during full outs, you catch a flyer just a split second late and twist your knee. It's not a tear, but it lingers. You try to shrug it off, tape it tight, and keep going. For the first time, you sit out a routine, not because you want to, but because you have to. Watching from the side feels harder than being out on the mat. You clap, you shout counts, you smile, but inside you feel like you're slipping away from something you've built your whole life around. Still, you come back. You modify your jumps, you shift to back spot instead of base. You adjust, because if there's one thing cheer taught you, it's how to adapt. Your last competition didn't go perfectly. A flyer wobbles, one girl forgets a motion, and someone steps over the line. It's not the clean ending you pictured, but during that final pose, as the music fades and the crowd claps, your team locks hands behind your backs, just like always. You look at your teammates, the ones who've been with you through every high and low, and you realize something important. It was never really about the trophies or the titles. It was about showing up again and again, even when it hurt. It was about catching someone when they fell, trusting someone to catch you. It was about growing up together on a blue mat, 8 counts at a time. And even though it's ending, part of you knows it'll never really be over. After graduation, everything slows down. No more early practices, no more team group chats lighting up the night before comps. Your cheer shoes get pushed to the back of the closet. You sleep in on weekends for the first time in years, and it feels strange. You don't cheer in college. Not because you couldn't, but because you know your body's tired. You don't regret it, but you miss it more than you expected to. You start helping out at your old gym, coaching the younger teams. You teach the little ones how to count to 8, how to lock their arms, how to smile without forcing it. You see flashes of yourself in them, the nerves, the determination, the way they light up when a stunt hits for the first time. You try to give them the encouragement you needed when you were their age. You tell them they're strong, that mistakes happen, that showing up matters. You tell them to enjoy it while it lasts. You still hear cheer music and instinctively count along. You still notice people's posture, their footwork, their timing. You still dream sometimes that you're back on the mat, mid-routine, heart-pounding, teammates breathing beside you in sync. You don't post about it much. You don't try to explain it to people who weren't there. But cheerleading changed you. It taught you to lead, to trust others, to push through when it would have been easier to quit. You learned how to show up for people even when your own world felt shaky. You keep one uniform tucked away, one bow, one old playlist on your phone that you never delete. Sometimes you drive past the football field and smile. Not because of a big win, but because of all the little moments. The bus rides, the late night stretching, the music, the laughs, the tears no one saw. Cheer didn't make you famous. It made you solid, quietly resilient. It gave you something to belong to, something to carry with you, even after the lights go out and the season ends. And if you could do it all again, you wouldn't change a thing. If you've ever been a cheerleader or supported one, this story is for you. Whether you trained in a small town gym, performed under stadium lights, or simply showed up day after day, we want to hear your story. The long practices, the injuries, the friendships, the wins and losses, every part of it matters. Share your journey in the comments. Tell us what cheer meant to you, what it gave you, and what you'll never forget. Like, share, and subscribe if this spoke to you or reminded you of someone you know. We'll read every comment because your experience is part of something bigger, and we believe it's worth hearing. Thank you for being here and for being part of the story.